So this is my travel makeup kit, and I'm gonna show you guys how I like to do a full glam look for every occasion that looks good on everybody. You look feminine, you just look all put together, and most importantly, it looks good in person. That's the most important thing, because makeup on camera and off camera look totally different in my opinion. So how to look good in person, full glam makeup routine. So we're gonna get straight into it. Hi, if I didn't introduce myself, my name is Muphidaht and welcome to my channel. I'd like it if you subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the thumbs up if you do enjoy this video, and kindly stay through this video and comment down below and let me know what you think. If you want to see how this video goes down, stay tuned. If you hear any humming in the background, it is the fan. It's a little bit hot and I'm not trying to sweat my makeup off. Starting off, I'm gonna do eyebrows. I like to do my eyebrows first because it just structures my face and keeps everything good. Currently really loving the e.l.f. brow lamination gel, so I'm gonna start off with that. This is like the Refi eyebrow gel. I haven't used that before, but from what I hear, people are comparing the two. Apparently this is better, so you should definitely get it. I want to show you the difference. Look at this and look at this. So good. So for now, I'm gonna go ahead and clean the bottom part of my brows while the brow gel is drying. You don't want to put any product in your brows while your brow gel is drying. Really been loving my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I'm gonna use the shade Tan Sand Deep, which is on the lighter side. I'm gonna place that here. Then I'm gonna go into the shade Deep, which is closer to my skin tone. I'm gonna just put that here at the front. Then I'm gonna go into my flat brush and sculpt this out. I'm gonna start off here. I personally like to clean my eyebrows backwards because it just gives me a much cleaner look, so do what works for you. So for the front part of the brows, I use the concealer closer to my skin tone, and for the back I just use the lighter concealer. You can use the same shade of concealer. I'm just being extra because one thing about makeup looking good in natural light, you have to put in the effort. Like all the shades have to go together. This concealer is self-drying, so you have to work with it very fast. Just as an extra step, I'm gonna use some translucent powder and my setting brush just to run over the concealer very lightly. I'm just gonna pass over my brows just to set any oils and the concealer down, even though this concealer is self-setting. So in case your concealer isn't self-setting, this is what you should be doing next to set everything down to make sure your eyebrows look good and stay put all day. Personally, I like to use a brow pencil, so I'm gonna go in and fill my eyebrows in. This is the Beauty Line by Didi Brow Gazin eyebrow pencil. There's so many other brow pencils on the market that you can get, so I'm gonna just follow the shape of my eyebrows. So as you can see, the bottom is kind of longer and the top is shorter, just to make sure it looks good naturally. I don't know what to call this video. Natural looking full glam that looks good in natural light. That is a lot of natural. And I like to do brow pen as well, just to put some extra stroke in the eyebrows. I love strong eyebrows. So this is from Juvia's Place. Now to clean up the top of the brows, use a concealer that is your skin tone or your foundation. I love this one from NARS. This is in the shade Truffle. As you can see, it just blends into my skin, so I'm going to use that with the same brush to clean up the top. And then I just go in and fade the front with the concealer that's left on the brush. Remember to blend. We're gonna move on to the base. Remember to moisturize your skin. I have moisturized my skin, so I'm gonna move on to my primer. I really like this one. My skin is oily combo, and I find that this primer works so well for my skin. If you have dry skin, use something hydrating, something that works for your skin. But I really like the Nessa Myrick Yummy Skin Water Powder Serum. As you can see, I've used a lot of it. I like to focus at the areas that get so oily. I'm just going to blend this in. And I just put the extra everywhere else on my skin. When it comes to foundation, I've always said that my foundation looks slightly orange, so I've been working on fixing my foundation shade. For now, the foundation that I have that I've been enjoying is the Maybelline Super Stay Lumi Matte foundation, which I got 2 shades of, and I just mixed the 2. I'm gonna use the shade 36A first. Then I'm gonna go into the shade 350, which was supposed to be my shade, but it's slightly lighter. And I'm gonna go ahead and blend it out with my Real Techniques foundation brush. I'm gonna go in with my sponge from Real Techniques, and I'm just going to pat this in. Next, we're gonna go into contouring or bronzing. I prefer bronzing. This is my favorite one. This is the NARS Laguna Bronzer. I'm gonna use my Real Techniques cream contour brush, and I'm just going to apply that right here. I love this brush because it's small enough and it just blends everything seamlessly. It gives me some shape. And then I'm gonna do my nose as well. I'm just gonna tie my entire face together. I feel like when I do this each time, it just makes it look a little bit more natural. So just blending this into my eyebrows, and then I'm gonna drag it down the side. Don't worry if it's too much. We're gonna go ahead and use some concealer a little bit later, so it would look very good. And then I'm gonna put this on my eyelid. Next step is cream blush. I really love this blush because it comes with powder and cream, and if you know anything about my makeup style, I like to use the same kind of cream and powder, like the same color, so it just looks good and no mismatching. This is the shade She's Baked, and I'm using the tapered cheek brush from Real Techniques. I'm gonna put that right on the apples of my cheeks, and I'm gonna bring that upwards like this. this. See, it looks good, but it's not like too much blush. It looks like a natural looking blush. How you use this blush is you use the powder before the cream. I like to do all my creams before I do powder, so that's why. Don't worry if it looks too much. We're gonna balance everything out. I like my Tarte Shape Tape concealer. I'm using the shade Tan. Just gonna put that here, 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 and here. This concealer doesn't need to sit. You have to blend it out immediately you apply it, so I'm gonna do that. And then I like to do the Tan Sand Deep. I'm gonna just blend everything out with a sponge. I'm gonna leave this to sit for a bit and then just go back in with my brush and blend any harsh lines for the meantime. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start blending this out. Looks good for the most part. So we're gonna start off with setting. What I'm gonna do is use my sponge and I'm gonna just go over just to iron out any creases. Personally really like this one from Charlotte Tilbury. I also really like this one from Maybelline. The only difference is that this is lighter than this and this has more pigments than this. So if you're afraid to have like a very bright under eye, use the Charlotte Tilbury. If not, use the Maybelline. They all work so well. The only reason why your under eye will crease is because you're setting creases. You definitely have to iron out any creases before you set. Looks very good. And then we're gonna go off to start setting with translucent powder. And then next step, I'm gonna do powder bronzer to set the bronzer down. Again, I'm hitting pan on this bronzer because I love it so much. Just applying that where I applied the cream bronzer before. make sure to go over with a light layer of setting powder everywhere that you put a cream. So every cream you put on your face, set it down with some powder. So I'm gonna go ahead and do some baking because I'm gonna do some eye makeup. I use this shade from the Mario eyeshadow palette, or my bronzer. Put this on my eyelids like this, and then I like to do black matte eyeshadow for my lash line. So I feel like it just looks a little bit more natural and it blends in so well. Then you can leave it like this or do a wing. Then this is when I like to tight line with black or brown. I'm going to do black today. And then I'm going to apply my eyelashes. Someone was asking me how I don't make eyeshadow fall on my face when I'm applying it. It's because I leave powder on my face most of the time. When I bake, I just leave the powder on to catch any fallout. So when I'm brushing it out, any fallout just goes away with the powder. So the baking is not just to keep my concealer put, it just makes everything look so much better. Also, how I like to blend the lash band is to use my eyeshadow and I just go over the band just to cover it up like that, so it looks blended in. Otherwise I'll use the mascara. It depends on how much time I have. First of all, dust off any fallout and then just blend this in. And then go in with powder that is close to your skin tone. This is from the lip bar and I'm just going to set everywhere else lightly. And then lastly, I'm gonna do powder blush. Just to melt all the powder in. I feel like doing a red lip today, I don't know. Then I'm gonna do lower lash mascara. I'm gonna do some highlighter. I like to put some on the tip of my nose and then the bridge, brow bone, and then in here. I'm using the Morphe lip liner in the shade Trendsetter. Okay guys, so this is the makeup. It looks so good. I definitely enjoyed filming this video. I would be sure to tag all the products I used. Give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Take care guys.